And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Amazon's original series, Breathe into the Shadows. A 6-year-old girl is kidnapped by a mysterious masked man who demands an unusual ransom. To save his daughter, Dr. Avinash Sabhiral must kill someone. Meanwhile, Kabir Sawat continues his pursuit of justice in the hostile environment of the Delhi crime branch. Jump down in the comments below and let me know what you thought about this season. I try to comment on almost every single one. Do give us a thumbs up because it does help our channel immensely with the analytics and all that. So the story of me watching this series is quite funny. Amazon sent me the some of the screeners for this, and they sent me something with the same name, and it was totally a different series, Indian series, and I was so confused with what I was watching because I'd seen the trailer and I'd seen what I was watching. I was like, what on earth is that? That doesn't correlate to that. Eventually I got the right screeners, thanks Amazon, and I managed to watch most of them before it was released today, and I've watched the rest and I'm here to talk about it. So this is 12 episodes, about 45 minutes a piece, and I have to say this series is a bit of a unique one and something that is definitely worth your time. I should say first and foremost, at the time of me watching this, there are only subtitles for this. It's an original Indian Amazon series, so if you don't like watching subtitles, you're not going to enjoy this because I don't think there's any dubbing for it. It is a fairly long series, and I do feel like it does get long in the tooth, and it does take us time to get to that fruition ending, but the ending is worth it. So if you can stick it out, I would say do that. Although I do think they could have shaved 3 to 4 episodes. There are times in the episodes alone, I would say the first few and somewhere along just after the middle, where they could have shaved off at least 20 minutes of the episode. They take their time, the drawing out and kind of working on the characters. There is basically 2 stories that follow intertwining here. You have the one family who are trying to get their daughter back, and you have this other cop who is all for justice. I really like the mix in this storylines. I think it's quite unique, and it is filmed beautifully. It looks fantastic. The cinematography, between the lighting and the cinematography, the shots used really place you in the moment, especially some of the night shoots. They're very vibrant in color and has an atmosphere and tone when it needs to be the thriller-like moments that they're going for, along with the sound and the score. It really helps to add to that vibrancy of the moment that you need, that story that you need to tell the audience to convey the moment that you want them to see. It does that very well. So when they go for that kind of scary moments or that shock value moments, you do get it. But throughout the episodes, it is filmed meticulously. I feel like the people behind the camera in this series have done a very good job. And then it comes down to the acting, and the people here are very good at their characters. You believe who they are, you believe who they are portraying. There's one family, you believe they apply to feel the turmoil, you feel how it messes with the marriage. Obviously how the first episode, it covers the 9-month missing child, and the story really starts to kind of kick up gear from there. You have a very creepy killer, and that story threads itself throughout the 12 episodes. And you have this guy that we are introduced to also within, I think, the second episode, where you are introduced to a fight sequence that is done very well, and they don't shy away from showing you it. It's very well filmed. It moves around a lot, but you get to see it, which I love. When you get to see the choreography in a fight sequence is filmed well, it looks epic, and it places you in the moment, and you're cringing and you're moving backwards because you're feeling the hits, the punches, the stabs. That is great. That is good filmmaking techniques, and I applaud it. I thoroughly enjoyed some of the moments in this, not all, because I do feel like I said, it gets long in the tooth, but for the most part, the majority of this entire series, even though a bit longer than we are used to, does a very good job. It's intense, it does well. I'm not going to do any spoilers on the story. Suffice to say, when you get to those last couple of episodes, it might take you to places where you weren't quite expecting, where you weren't understanding the reveal, or you were, and you knew what was going to happen, but you still don't want it to happen, if that makes sense. I think they've done a great job. I would love to see more from this world that they've created. Not that they could, but I think they could do a different story like some series do. You know, they take another character or a detective and they place them in another moment in that same world or detective unit, the Delhi crime unit. Very good, very well done. Definitely worth your time if you can handle, if you're in the UK or America and you can handle reading subtitles and you don't speak the language, then that is up your street. Of course, if you do and you're watching this review, thank you. I hope you can understand me speaking English. And I would say this is fantastic. I can't wait to see more from these creative minds, this creative team. They've done a very good job. So I'm going to give this a B+. Chat to me in the comments below. Let me know what you thought about this series. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long on Tuesday.